and you get the impression that it's how the dwarves are able to use it to cast magic. And you also notice something in the bottom written in Gnomish that is a translation of that also confirms that the rod is used specifically to focus the intent of the magic, but you still need to know spells to use it. But there are no pictures of the amulet anywhere. And there's a lot in the third book. There are a lot more Gnomish notes that you notice along the margins as well.
Most curious, there's been gnomes here recently.
Gnomes? They're like freaky little rat people?
I'm not going to even respond to that one.
So what's everybody doing now?
I'm looking at the glass case that holds all the vials and things.
Over at the altar.
So the cabinet, all the vials are labeled, but they are in a language that you've never seen before. And they have liquids and dusts of different various colors. There are nothing outside of the liquid and the dust in the bottles, and you can't make hides or tails of what any of that is. The altar definitely looks like it has been used to make sacrifices, with the deep brown blood stains on it, but it's not large enough for anything much bigger than maybe a gnome or a small dwarf. Roll perception, Simpton?
17.
Okay. That's pretty much all you see on the altar, other than the wax from the candles that were there.
I'm assuming I've seen everything on that page of the book that I could.
Yeah, everything that is of any significance to you at the moment.
Okay, then I continue flipping through, looking for information on either object.
So you see other pictures in there, diagrams, things that look very familiar to dwarven diagrams, but the mechanisms are odd. With your new knowledge of the golems that you saw, you're getting the impression that these diagrams are discussing how to use magic in their normal use of mechanisms. And there are Gnomish and Elvish writings as well as the dwarven writings along with it.
What's Rand do?
I attempt to open the cabinet.
And how are you going to open it?
Just by trying to open it?
Okay, you're just going to pull on the thing. It's locked.
Yeah. I look for any kind of hinges.
It's got 2 exterior hinges on the left side of the cabinet. They're small.
Remove the hinges.
Well made. Okay. Do a strength check.
15.
They are made so well that you are unable just to pry them off.
Fine. I look at the elf, obviously understanding what he's trying to do, and tell him to open these cabinets for me.
Oh, me? You talking to me? The useless one?
Yes, I'd rather not break the glass.
Oh, I suppose, but, you know, I'm just so useless.
I'll break the glass or I'll break you. Your choice.
I tiptoe over the glass like I'm doing a little ballet dance, and I stop at the lock to get rid of lockpick.
Okay, roll.
1.
It swings
Please
open nicely.
whoa. Please use the word gracefully.
I did.
It gracefully swings open. There you are. And I tiptoe back to my altar.
Okay. Roll perception as you walk back to the altar.
18. I'm too happy that I picked the lock.
Okay. Hey, Rand, the cabinet's open.
I just start...
You're welcome.
Well, I will hit you.
You see?
I just start grabbing things. Whatever looks interesting.
Are you
Can't be other.
You basically taking them, or are you examining them?
I examine a couple of the liquid ones, just if there are any interesting colors.
There's red.
Point out in the safe, and yet I have not taken a single thing.
I check to see if any of them are particularly strong in magic.
None of them have any more radiant than any of the other ones, but you can't tell if it's the vials themselves that are magical or the liquid inside of them. even the powdered ones glow. So it makes it difficult to discern if the contents or the vials are magical.
Okay, well, I store just like a bunch for later.
Okay. I'll say you can manage to get 20 of the vials in a reasonably safe manner, or at least the manner that makes you feel safe.
Yeah, these are gonna be super awesome. I'm gonna use them as hand grenades.
Do a perception check for me.
What does it seem like collapsing on?
14.
Okay. There's nothing, any of the vials or anything look any more significant than any of the others as you're putting them in your bag. Other than the pretty colors, reds, greens, blues, yellows, blacks, clear liquids, powders.
Can I go for the ones that are on the top shelf first? Because that means they're the best.
Okay. So if you take the top 2 shelves, that'd pretty much be the 20 that you want, unless you want to pick randomly from the rest.
Top shelf and then third shelf.
Okay.
I don't need no even numbers.
So that leaves 3 other shelves full of vials. And Fizzle Dust doesn't... Yeah.
You know, it's not nice and it's so alchemy. I say as I look at the altar.
Who says I'm gonna mix them?
I don't say anything about mix, I said mess.
And Fizzle Dust doesn't find anything specific to what he's looking for, but he is very fascinated by this particular book. Because it seems to completely change his entire interpretation of everything he's seen before.
Alright, me?
And you're just standing at the altar.
I'm doing the thing. I'm trying to see what I can see. And how much mana has come back yet?
You can do 2 spells now.
Sweet.
What you do a perception roll again then?
I just did 15.
Oops. You still don't see anything different in this room.
I look over my shoulder and Ran, look at this. This thing looks weird.
What looks weird about it?
I don't know. I got a bad feeling.
How bad?
Really bad.
Okay. I draw my bow in precaution in case anything happens.
Okay.
Do you inspect?
Yes.
Roll your perception.
3. I got it that time.
The only thing that you can possibly think might be odd to an elf about this altar only goes to the fact that you've seen the child elf, and she would fit on the altar.
Called it the shit of sacrificing.
Sacrifice?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, it's about the size of that elf girl we found earlier.
Huh?
And,
Are you saying she was sacrificed?
that's what I'm thinking. Because usually altars don't mean they were giving her candy.
Fizzle. Fizzle?
Yes. What do you want?
The skeletons outside. What type of skeletons are those?
They appear to be dwarven, judging by armor, and by skeleton size and structure, definitely dwarven.
I'm starting to think the elf wasn't a guest. But then why would she laugh at me when I ran away from the skeletons? I gotta go to a known room. And you guys go ahead and stay around if you want, or I'm going east. I'll go there.
You can only go south from here.
Oh, well, yeah, I thought there was 3 rooms.
This was the north room. You have to go back to the other room, and then you can go pick one of the other 2 remaining doors.
Okay, I'm going to that.
So you pick west or south?
West.
Okay. Unlock the door.
16, my mind is troubled.
Yes, it is.
Did I break my
Fizzle.
lock?
No. Fizzle. Ran. What are you guys doing?
Fizzle, wasn't there a room that opened in the area with the golems?
Yes, I do believe there was.
We can go check that out.
Okay. So you walk past the room and you see the master thief cussing at the door as you walk by. And I'm assuming he's going to try and pick it again.
As we're walking by, I giggle to myself, and then tell him, hey, we're going back to the room with the golems. There's some stuff that we need to check out.
I glare at his giggle and use one of my points of mana to use my bone move, except for only enough to make him hit himself in the face.
Roll.
Sick.
I thought the exception to that move that you had to be able to see the bone.
And roll your second d20.
10.
Well, you don't manage to pull off what you wanted to do, but you do manage to have one of the bones from the other skeletons hit him in the face.
Wait, as the bone's coming towards me, I attempt to grab it.
Okay, make a dex roll.
9.
Okay, you manage to grab it.
I throw it at him.
Dog.
Okay.
Dog.
Roll your attack and roll your dodge.
13.
15.
What's your dex?
14. 14.
He beat you. You got hit by the bone.
How much damage?
Nothing significant.
Just clonked you on the head.
Of damage, I took 10 damage between the ghost and the vines. Has that healed, or?
You rested, bro, during my entire fight.
Yeah, in this place, your wounds seem to heal much quicker than they normally would have, but you haven't really noticed that up to this point.
But my mana takes nothing years to do.
It's like almost instantly after a fight, it's like you've taken a healing potion and healed completely back up, but you're still a little bit tired. So more than health damage, you're taking more exhausted. You're getting more tired. But with only 2 fights, you're not really noticing it. Okay, so it's going to take you guys some time to get back to the golem room, so Sinton can pick his luck. Unless you want to do anything different.
No, picking the lock, and I failed.
You failed?
This lock is fucking hard. My head hurts.
You shouldn't have thrown a bone.
I wasn't trying to throw the bone, I was trying to make him hit himself. And that'd be why he hit himself. Why you hitting yourself? Why you hitting himself?
Because that wouldn't have been obvious at all.
That would have been funny.
Okay.
You have to use your kind of right now weak magic to make an orc involuntarily move his arm.
Yeah, told you, Sinton isn't smart.
And he got a bone in the face for it.
I survived past 3 skeletons. By myself.
Yeah, I still don't believe you.
And I learned how to use 3 of my magics. Alright, so are they still walking and I can try again?
Go ahead.
5, got it.
Okay. The door swings open into a short hallway or long closet. You can't tell.